distributed?
I thank the chairman. The amendment, frankly, is a fairly simple one. It says that there will be an earmark moratorium for the 110th Congress, coupled with the provisions of the Wolf-Kingston bill, of which many are familiar with, which would provide a commission that would actually study a joint select committee, rather, that would study earmark reform, composed of 16 members from the House and Senate majority and minority parties, to issue recommendations with regard to the process. Many of us believe, as we talk to our constituents, that they have concluded that the earmark process is broken, that it does not work for them, that all too often the process represents a triumph of secrecy over transparency, special interest over the national interest, and seniority and privilege over merit. And all too often, Mr. Chairman, I believe they are correct. Now, prior to the last election, Democrats pointed out many of the abuses in the process under a Republican majority. In many cases, they were correct. There were abuses to the system. And when we were in the majority, we offered reforms, but the reforms came too late. And it was, to some extent, a part of what caused the Republicans to lose the majority. Now, Democrats said they would come in and that they would do things better. We were told that the number of earmarks would be cut in half. They have not been. With respect to the number, it's the second highest level we've ever had. With respect to the dollar value, it is certainly down, but not anywhere near half. We were told that there would be no more secrecy within the earmark process. Yet, as reported in the New York Times, quote, despite promises by Congress to end the secrecy of earmarks and other pet projects, the House of Representatives has quietly funneled hundreds of millions of dollars to specific hospitals and health care providers, unquote, not to mention 298 other dropped earmarks. We were told by the Speaker that we would have integrity in the process, and that may be in the eyes of the beholder. The New York Times also wrote earlier this year, quote, Representative John Murtha has procured eye-popping chunks of pork for contractors he has helped put in business in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Every one of the 26 beneficiaries of Mr. Murtha's earmarks in last year's defense budgets made contributions to his campaign kitty, a total of $413,250. My assumption is that this meets the legal test. My assumption is this meets the House ethics test. I am convinced it doesn't meet the taxpayer fiscal integrity test. We were told there would be across-the-board reform, yet still we treat appropriation earmarks different than authorizing and tax. We were told that there would be no more bridges to nowhere for the kids to pay for. Well, indeed, there are no bridges to nowhere, but there appear to be arcs to nowhere and a number of other earmarks that are viewed as wasteful. And for a greater explanation of the earmarks that take place under this system, I'd like to yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from California, Mr. Campbell.